Chronicles is about when it's time to just move on. Like, is waiting worth it? Or like staying and waiting for a change, is it worth it? Like, when to leave, basically. So ladies, you know how you'll be messing with a guy. Alright, so I'm gonna give you 2 examples. So you know how you'll be messing with a guy and shit just be crazy or whatever. You know, both of y'all might be going through some shit, or he might be going through some shit, or whatever the case may be. And you know, he like, you know, you genuinely feel like it's just some shit going on in his life. And maybe that's why things change. That's why maybe he's distant. Maybe he bluff all the fucking time. Maybe, you know, shit basically just not how it was, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I mean, it's at the point that your feelings is involved though. So it's not like you could just be like, oh man, fuck that nigga, and not feel some type of way. But then it's like, I was raised to believe that if a man wants to be with you, he's going to fucking be with you. If it's something that a man wants, he's going to fucking get it. If a nigga be like, oh, I want this motherfucking Benz, he gonna work his ass off to go get that fucking Benz. So why is it different with your heart? Like, if he wanna, oh, I wanna get a job, I want a better job, he gonna work his ass off to get a fucking better job. So why is it different when it comes to you? So it's like, it's hard for me to just be like, oh, maybe he just going through something, and you know, whatever the case may be. But it's like, at the same time, like, I can see if he's trying at something different. Like, maybe y'all can't spend as much time together because he's at work, or, you know, trying to get shit in order, or, alright, come on, you gonna turn your signal on at the last minute, nigga. Anyway, yeah, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, when is enough? Like, you say these things, you give me these promises and tell me these dreams, but I don't even see them happening. And it's like, it just be like the minor things, like maybe a fucking call back, maybe a 15-minute visit, a date every couple of weeks or something. Like, I don't know, but when is enough? And it's like, you don't want to just be like, you know, if somebody going through something, you don't want to just be like, oh, well, fuck that nigga because he going through something, because everybody go through shit. Like, my shit ain't perfect, my shit stink, like, I'm just like the next motherfucker. So it's like, I get it, but at the same time, when is it that you're holding a nigga down, or being patient with somebody, and when is it just being fucking dumb? Like, and when it comes to somebody in a relationship, like, for years I was with my ex, and it's like, it wasn't all bad. So I'm not gonna say like it was all bad, because it definitely wasn't all bad, or it wouldn't have been fucking years. But at the same time, it's like, you invest so much time in people, you grow up with people, and you know, you have kids. And like, I was raised by my mother and my father. They've been together since my brother was born. Before that, like, they've been together. My brother is 6 years older than me, and alright, nigga, go. What the fuck is you doing? He just throwing me off, trying not to hit his ass. Like, this nigga just fucking dumb. Like, get out the way. But yeah, so I'm 28. My brother's 6 years older than me. They've been together since before him. They've been married. Like, I ain't gonna say that shit ain't that shit perfect. Like, they fuss and argue and shit just like the next couple. But they stuck by each other, and they raised their kids together. Like, we was all raised together. They're still together to this day. Like, and it's like, I want that for me and my kids. Like, clearly, my son, you know, he won't have that with his biological father. But maybe one day I'll get married again, and you know, of course, if you enter in my life, you enter in my kids' life. Like, I'm not saying I'm looking for somebody to take care of my fucking kids, because I can take care of my kids myself. And my daughter has an active father in her life, and I would never try to take that away from him and replace it if I get married or not. Like, that's still her father. this nigga be her stepfather. Like, I would never take that away from him. And like, if we was to get married again or whatever the case may be, I don't know. But like, when you dating somebody, it's different. Like, you dating or whatever, like, I'm not expecting you to be doing for my kids or even have a relationship with my kids. I'm not just letting you just meet my fucking kids. Like, you gotta mean something to me. I need to see a fucking future, because I don't want, first of all, I have a daughter. I don't want my daughter to think that it's okay to just be messing with this guy or that guy. And not saying that I do that, but shit don't always go right. You could be messing with a nigga for 6 months and stop talking to each other and then start talking to somebody else, and she's supposed to see that guy? No. That nigga that I was messing with for 6 months, lucky if he even seen my fucking daughter. Like, not saying I have done that, but I'm just saying, like, for example. But, alright, this heat got dark, because, like, it's hot. It's a motherfucker. But, yeah, so, like, if I was to get into a relationship with a person, I expect, like, first of all, if I'm getting into a relationship with you, then obviously I'm assuming that this is going to be something, because we all grown now. Niggas is about to be 30. Who the fuck got time to be like, oh, this is my boyfriend, but I don't see no future with him? Then why the fuck is he your boyfriend? That don't even make sense. So, like, if I'm in a relationship with you, then obviously I see a future with you. And a relationship with my kids come with that. Like, I'm not saying that you gotta step in and just be daddy, but you gotta have a fucking relationship. Don't just be ignoring my children every time you come around. Like, no, they need to know you. Just like you need to get to know me, you need to get to know them, especially if it goes as far as we moving in together. I don't need my kids to feel uncomfortable living in the house with a fucking stranger. Like, no. And you know, like, I feel, and it's vice versa when it comes to me with their kids. Like, when me and my daughter's father got together, he already had, he had 3 kids in the total of our relationship. He had 3 other kids. And I looked at them like they was my fucking kids. You know, like, I would spend time with them. You know, he can, like, I'd be in the house with him, and he outside doing whatever he gotta do. And I'm in the house with the kids, playing with them, cooking them food. When I go to the store and buy my daughter something, I buy them something. Christmas, like, birthdays, all of that. They was my fucking kids. And I still feel like, I mean, we divorced now. Technically, they not my kids no more, but they still my fucking kids. I still love them like my kids. Like, how can you just lose love for a kid? So it's like, I mean, I don't be trying to overstep my boundaries. Like, well, can I get such and such? Because, you know, we're not married anymore, and maybe they'll have a new stepmother or whatever the case may be. I don't fucking know. But, you know, when you invest your time into somebody, you invest into their kids too. But anyway, that just went way off fucking topic. But yeah, so what I was saying was, when is enough enough? Like, I was fighting for that. Like, when I got married, I didn't think I was gonna be getting fucking divorced. I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is my husband. Like, shit is just, I mean, shit wasn't perfect. Like, I ain't gonna say it was, I'm not even talking about it perfect as far as, like, us beefing, but it was, like, so much shit going on in life that, you know, it was a strain on us, our relationship. And I mean, I'm the one that left, so I don't know how my fucking feelings gonna be all hurt. I was the one that left, but it was like, when is it going to change? Like, the last year was just completely fucking different, and I just felt like it was not going to get any better, and it was fucking, like, messing with my head and having me guessing myself, and I'm going fucking crazy. And it's just like, I'm losing my fucking mind. I can't even be the mother I need to be for my child. And it's like, at the same time, I don't want her to think that just because you have a kid by somebody, and I'm pretty sure she wasn't thinking of that shit because she was young as fuck. But when you grow up, you realize shit. Like, I ain't realized how much my parents sacrificed for me when I was a kid. I just was a fucking spoiled ass brat. That's just what it was. I'm still a spoiled fucking brat. But as an adult, I realized looking back on just all the sacrifices they made for me. And I don't want my daughter to ever, like, when she get older and start dating guys, I don't want her to think that certain shit is okay, because it's not. You're a fucking black queen, and a nigga's supposed to treat you like that. Y'all supposed to be hand in hand, like, treating each other like royalty. And I don't want her to think anything fucking different, just because you, like, females these days, they just want to have a man, and it's like, fuck that. If I'm not going to be happy, and I'm not saying it's happy all the time, but if I'm not going to be fucking happy and 60% of the motherfucking time I'm sad or miserable with this nigga not doing what he's supposed to fucking do, niggas is grown. They know what the fuck they supposed to do. And I'm not even talking about as far as cheating or none of that, because if the nigga was cheating on me, then he was a slick ass nigga, because I never knew of him cheating on me. Like, he got away with that shit if it was that. But if he was doing that, so I'm not saying like as far as cheating, I'm just saying like anything like mentally abusive and shit like that. You don't let no nigga do that. You don't say certain shit to people, or like just little different shit. No, I'm not going to teach my daughter to accept that. Fuck that. No, hell no. And like, you know, the street running, I ain't gonna sit here and list like a whole bunch of shit, because then niggas gonna be trying to dissect it like, oh, well, this must be what that nigga was doing to her. Because no, I never fucking tell you. Ain't none of nobody fucking business. But I'm just saying, like, certain shit, why the fuck I feel like the hate still on? Certain shit you just don't accept, and I'm not gonna teach my daughter to accept it. And my daughter, like, we have a real strong relationship. She watch everything I fucking do. When I was real heavy into freestyling, next thing I know, she was baby candy bars trying to rap too, like dancing and shit. She danced all the fucking time, and I know she get it from me, because I dance all the fucking time. But before I was fat and pregnant, I mean, I still dance here and there, but you know, I'll be irritated as shit, so I don't dance that much. But you know, I see her trying to be like me, and it's like, I love that. So I'm not going to teach her to do anything that I wouldn't do. So it's like, when is enough enough? And it's like, you want to fight for certain things, and you love people, and it's hard to leave. But at the same time, when you sit here settling for a way a person is mistreating you and miserable and unhappy, well, what the fuck about you? Like, I don't believe in divorce. I believe in fighting for marriage. Like, I wasn't going to just go and get a fucking divorce. I was like, I just need, like, I mean, I ain't gonna say I was like, I just needed time. When I left, I was like, that shit is just over. But you know, come on, nigga, where the fuck is you turning? Like, what the hell is going on with traffic today? It's not even raining. But yeah, so anyway, when I left, I wasn't thinking, it wasn't in my mind like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna get divorced, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, no, I needed to get my fucking self together and see things for what the fuck it really was. Because like I said, I was losing my fucking mind. Like, a bitch was in the hospital and every fucking thing. Like, so I needed to do that. But then it was like, once I had a clear mind and seen that shit wasn't going to fucking change, I was like, oh, alright. And he actually, and you know, came and got my ass like, come on, we're going to go down this courthouse and file for this divorce. Like, and that's what we did. And I really think it was off of anger, but it fucking happened. We followed through with the shit. So it is what it is. I mean, niggas can, I mean, whatever. But yeah, so when is enough enough? Like, you got to think about you too. Like, it's not, I'd rather be happy and single than miserable just to say I'm with somebody. Like, that just don't make sense to me. So basically, when is enough enough? It's the moral of the fucking story. I don't know, I'm hungry, but this is a long ass video.